Good morning, class. Welcome back. We are going to use what we did the other day in class and take it one step further. So who can tell me what we did last week? Jamie.
Solving one-step equations.
Exactly. This week, don't get scared, but we're going to solve two-step equations. And it's not that much harder. It's only kind of one more step. So I'm going to put a word problem up on the board, and then I'm going to give you guys each about 2 or 3 minutes to use your strip diagrams, which we used last week, to come up with an answer. Okay? Can you present that later? We're going to have Chloe come up and share her answer on the board. Chloe, can you please explain?
So I drew both of their tickets at the equal length, but I drew Sarah's as with 6 more because I knew that Sarah had 6 more tickets than Ron, but they had the same base number. And I made sure I knew that all the tickets in total were equal to 70. And then, so I had 70 and 6 were the only numbers I knew. So I subtracted 6 from 70 to get 64, and then I divided 64 by 2 to get 32, which was the unknown value that each of them had. And then to find the answers, I knew that Ron and Sarah both had the same base number, so I gave them each 32, but I gave Sarah 6 more because she had 6 extra, so she had 38 tickets.
Exactly. Thank you so much. Now that we have this diagram, if we know that this box is the amount of tickets that Ron has, which is an unknown, we can put a letter R there to represent the number of unknown tickets that Ron has. If we wanted to put a letter in this box, what do you think we would do? Anyone?
An R?
Yeah, and why not an S?
Because they have the same number of tickets.
The same number of unknown. Exactly. What do we do when we have a letter in an equation?
Isolate.
Exactly. So, if we have the equation 2r plus 6 equals 70, what do we want to do first?
Subtract 6.
Exactly. Am I done?
Do it on both sides.
Very good. You always have to make sure you do the same thing on both sides. And what would I do now?
Divide by 2 on both sides to get R.
That's really great. Exactly. And that gives R alone, which means R equals 32. And then you have to remember to answer the question and not just simply find out R. And then that would bring you back to Chloe's answer, which says Ron has 32 tickets, and Sarah has 32 plus 6, which is 38 tickets. Yeah, Chloe.
Would you be able to divide by 2 first?
That's a really great question. So that's a common misconception that a lot of students have, that you can't divide first. You can. And if you look at this equation and you do the same thing, but you divide first, it works as long as you divide each term. You can't forget to divide the 6, and you would get the same answer. So R minus your 3 equals 32. However, this might become more complicated if this was a 7, for example, because then you would end up with 7 halves, which could get messy. So in most situations, you want to add or subtract first, but you need to know that it is not wrong if you divide or multiply first. Okay, now that we finished that one, I'm just going to put one more word problem up on the board, and I want you guys to try to solve it without using the strip diagrams this time. We're going to do the triangle song again, and this is just, again, a way that we remember the different types of triangle. There are 6 types of triangles to know. There are 6 types of triangles to know. There is scalene, there's isosceles, equilateral, there's acute, there is right, and there's obtuse. Scalene has different lengths for each side. Isosceles has 2 sides that are the same. Equilateral triangles have all equal sides, regardless they are all triangles. An acute triangle has all angles less than 90 degrees. A right triangle has one angle that is 90 degrees. An obtuse triangle has one angle that is greater than 90 degrees. Don't forget where you can see triangles every day. Yield, set, sail, both sides, and piece of cake. Geometry's not just a class you are taking it to simply pass. You will still need geometry every day.